Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is, of course, your broadcaster, HD StarCraft, and I'm here to bring you guys another Heart of the Storm broadcast. And today we're going to be looking at a fan-submitted replay. Up in the top left-hand corner, we've got the red Protoss player, and his name is Super Noob. And in the bottom left-hand corner of the map Star Station, we have another Protoss player. I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, but his name is Urogekme, or Urogek May? I know somebody down in the comments down below is going to probably correct me, so there it is. I admit failure right now for my failure to pronounce certain names, but this is going to be a Protoss versus Protoss on the map Star Station, and once again it is going to be a fan submitted replay. Let me just go ahead and say right now, if you guys know any pro players playing or watch any pro streams, or you guys are playing Heart of the Swarm and you have some absolutely epic fun games and you'd like to have them casted, go ahead and have them sent in to me at HDreplays@gmail.com. I am looking through my replay folder. But very, very cool because, you know what, I believe this is going to be a good game, and I do like to cast some fan-submitted replays from time to time. So there it is, and we'll see how Urogekme, I'm going to say that for his name, is going to play here against Super Noob, especially since it is Star Station, it's the map of the Protoss homeworld. And this is, of course, Heart of the Swarm. Now, the one major change factor here in Heart of the Swarm for PvP, I feel like, is the Mothership Core. It does help Protoss play a little bit more defensively in the early game because of its nature. It allows it to overcharge a Nexus, giving it great defensive capability. It also allows them to detect Dark Templar if a Protoss player were to go for one base DT rushing. So it's overall a very good unit. It helps stabilize Protoss versus Protoss, and you do see some more players now going for expand styles in PvP because it's so viable now. So just keeping my eyes peeled out for quick Nexus here from either one of these players, although you can still play the one base attack strategy if you so choose to. Right now, Urogekme does have a Cybernetics core down, as does Super Noob, about to get it down, in fact. And we only have a scouting worker coming out from the blue Protoss player. No scouting from the red Protoss player, so it looks like for now he wants to go ahead and play in the dark. Although, what is this probe doing? It's going out into a very devious corner here. We might see a proxy pylon. There it is. So proxy pylon is on the way here from the blue Protoss. And, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to, like, proxy a building or anything. Although, I guess, technically a pylon is a building. But usually you do see pylons being placed aggressively no matter what the matchup is. Although I do feel like here Urogekme might try to go and be aggressive with this pylon, and he does have a quick Twilight Council coming with second gas. No second or third gate yet. This has got to be for a quick Dark Templar rush. And you know, I highly doubt he's going for Blink Stalker play with the way the build has come out here. It's got to be a quick DT rush. He is now trying to get the Mothership Core out on the field, but you know, the way Mothership Core works now, it does have a envision ability that allows it to see invisible units. So I'm not entirely sure if Dark Templar is going to be all that effective. And not to mention, we have a robotics facility coming out from Super Noob as well. So with the Robo Bay coming, not to mention there's a Mothership Core for him as well. I don't know how effective Dark Templar are going to be. Now, of course, the Dark Shrine does cost a little bit more now. They changed its cost late in December a few weeks ago. They changed a couple of things. Armory change, that change, and they gave Mutalisk a passive regeneration as well out of combat, I think. So it's kind of interesting there. Now they're kind of like a Reaper. But one thing to note here is Super Noob was not able to get up into the main base, so he is not going to see the Dark Shrine coming. It is going to take some time for that DT Shrine to finish. But for now, he really doesn't know what's coming at him, but at the same time, I feel like he's more than capable of defending against those invisible units. He's got an observer on the map. It's making its way across the field right now. He should have a Mothership Core back at home as well, and the Envision ability really costs nothing at all. It costs 50 energy, which a Mothership Core will almost always have. So I don't know about DT rushing anymore in Protoss versus Protoss. You guys can kind of tell I'm really skeptical about it. But then again, we'll see what happens because he's backing this up with charge. He's chrono boosting charge and adding on 3 more gateways. He's going up to 5 gates here. Is he just gonna make an Archon instead of going for DTs? I'm so confused right now. Is it gonna be like an Archon charge slot 1 base all in? I have no idea what Eurogekme is planning to do here, but this is very, very weird. Super Noob has got a lot of Stalkers and an Immortal, and he did scout the front of the natural, and he sees, okay, you don't have a natural right now, so he's definitely backing up into his main base. Of course, he doesn't have a natural of his own, but you know what? There's a DT coming right now. Will he have? He should be able to just drop an Envision. Plus, he has an Observer here, so yeah, the DT is totally neutered. I don't see this guy doing any damage at all. Too bad for you, says Super Noob. And now he's just going to warp in more Stalkers. And you know what? In Protoss versus Protoss, in any matchup, when you shut down Dark Templar play, it feels so good. Because you know, alright, this guy just went for DTs, he totally failed. Now I'm just gonna attack him, and I'm going to straight up win the game. But little does he know, it's not a DT anymore, it's an Archon coming around the backside, so he has to be a little bit careful here. Mothership Core coming out from Eurogekme's guy. He doesn't want to lose that! Oh, the Mothership Core goes down. Terrible loss right there. So not only did he fail with the Dark Templar Rush, he failed with the Mothership Core, and now Super Noob is coming in, and I mean, this game is his to take at this point. I don't see how you can lose, although it does look like we may just have a base trade going on, but very smart by Super Noob, makes a couple of sentries, and is gonna, oh, but the Archon crushes the force field, because the Archon is considered a massive unit, and it can crush force fields, and so nice play by Eurogekme. Now it is a full-on base race, all because of that Archon there. Wow, just crushing force fields left and right. So now we go into the base trade scenario, and who is going to be able to take out each other's buildings fastest. Of course, in this you know, scenario, you can get a probe out there and start making pylons outside of your main base to try to stay alive, although you will be revealed if you don't have a nexus. So this is pretty interesting right now. A lot of probes actually being able to escape there from Super Noob. Very smart, because he needs to get those probes out of the main base and start to build buildings. And look at this, Eurogekme makes a nexus, so he will not be revealed, and he makes it at the most basic. Well, I don't know if these probes saw it on the way out. It looks like they did. Okay, so I was gonna say he made it at the most hidden location possible, quote unquote hidden location, but it does look like those probes saw it on the way out. So yeah, it's a full-on base race right now, and it looks like Eurogekme is going to lose all of his buildings except for the Nexus and Pylons he's recreating here at the natural. And look at this, Super Noob makes a Nexus at his opponent's natural, but there is an enemy Zealot there, so he is also revealed at the same time. So both players have traded each other's bases now. They've taken over their own, and it almost looks like we might have a reset. Is that possible? Can you reset after trading bases like this? I don't think I've ever seen that happen. A lot of probes here for Eurogekme. He needs to get these over here to his new base, which is his opponent's natural expansion, and start to mine. It looks like a lot of probes from Super Noob are coming back home to mine. Both players have 10 probes apiece here, so I don't know why the Blue Protoss isn't bringing his workers back home to start mining. One thing to note, Eurogekme does have pylons on the map, Super Noob does not, so that's some clear capacity there. And that will, of course, allow the Blue Protoss Eurogekme to go ahead and make some new units if he can get some Warp Gates down. A Dark Templar, though, comes in and gets 4 probe kills, and the very nice play there, forcing the Mothership Core to reveal the units around him and finish off that DT. So some of the probes there did go down, but there are still 6 alive for the Super Noob, and it looks like he is just going to keep one of the probes, or a few of the probes, with his army, maybe just in case he needs to make a pylon, in case this Nexus were to die. And Eurogekme now bringing his probes down. He's going to kill off this Nexus with his probes. Glorious play right there, although Super Noob has a couple of hidden pylons around the right-hand side of the map. And here comes the big battle. This is a very important fight, because whoever wins this fight is obviously going to have enough forces to maybe win the rest of the game, take out the rest of the buildings here. Although Super Noob is about to lose this Nexus when Rando Zella charges, he careens forward into the building, but at the same time, Super Noob is going to take out the Blue Protoss's Nexus. So it is a full-on base race again. No reset possible here. No restart button. There is no respawn in RL, and this Nexus is going to go down. This Nexus has gone down, and now it's just going to come down to the remaining pylons on the map, and it is, you know, at this point, it is revealed to both players or it should be revealed in the next few seconds. I think it takes about 30 seconds or so before the reveal occurs. So for now, neither player actually knows where the opponent's remaining pylons are at. This is one of the last few buildings here. You can see Urogekme has a couple of buildings still back up in his main base, but Super Noob is actually the one who's struggling a little right now because he's only got a few pylons in the bottom right-hand corner here. Should he lose those pylons, he's in a lot of trouble, but he brings one of his probes back up into his original base, and it looks like he's planning to build a new building there to stay alive. One probe trying to escape, it will go down. It doesn't really matter about the probe count now because you only have enough money really to make a few more buildings, and I would actually say not to make a pylon but to make an assimilator. That's a much more sturdier option than a pylon is, and it's cheaper too, so that's what I would do. But it looks like the last few pylons down in the bottom right hand corner have gone down. Super Noob makes a pylon at the last second though in the top left hand corner. At the same time, Urogekme is losing his assimilator, his dark shrine, and his warp gate. And now it's down to the last few buildings. I'm trying to find them on the map. It looks like the blue Protoss makes one more pylon before his last warp gate fell down. So now it's pylon versus pylon. Army going to the top left to take out that top left pylon. Army going to the bottom right to take out that pylon. You can see the Immortals are locked on and ready to go. And I don't know who's going to win. This is going to be really close. Super Noob claims this is the best game ever. And now who is going to take out the pylon first? It's a base race to the finish. I think that Super Noob might have it. His Stalkers were there first, but then Zealots do more damage. Very, 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 very close, and it looks like Super Noob was defeated. Urogekme is victorious, so that was literally 0.0001 seconds away. I'll just go ahead and rewind like 10 seconds here to show you guys how close that was, and let's see once again in slow-mo. As this pylon had 30 HP, this pylon detonated, so it was literally 30 HP difference. Maybe if two Stalkers had gotten there 0.01 milliseconds earlier, then it might have made all the difference there. But unfortunately for Super Noob, he is the loser. Wait a minute, how did he lose this game? His pylon still has 30 HP intact when he is able to kill off the blue Protoss's pylon right then and there. So I don't know how he lost this game actually. There it says he's defeated. Is this Blizzard just trolling us right now? I have no idea how that happened. But anyways, guys, it was so close that it's hard to say one way or another. Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this cast. Once again, a fan-submitted replay. If you guys have any cool Heart of the Storm replays like this, feel free to send them in, or pro games. But for now, this is HD StarCraft. Happy New Year's. I am signing out.